This video explains the process of connecting the iCON controller to an iCON robot total station and how to use the status bar to interact with it. Entering the measure application using the last used application button, there is no connection to a sensor as there are no sensor icons in the status bar. The warning message here also indicates there is no connection. Pressing OK dismisses the message. This home key always guides back to the home screen. Devices is where to set up new connection profiles. To create a new profile, use the green plus. Tap iCON Robot, tap Accept. In this case, the iCON Robot has a long-range Bluetooth handle. Tap Start Search. Any iCON robots that are found in the search are listed below. Once anything appears in the list, it can be tapped in order to connect to it. The Stop Search button changes to Stop Connecting, indicating the connection is being established. When the connection is complete, a full screen message is displayed, informing that the station coordinates stored on the station have been adopted. Tap OK, then tap Accept. The status bar now displays icons relative to the connected iCON robot. In the following screen there are a number of menus relative to the iCON robot. Communication mode when working at the pole, which is a typical use case. Communication mode for working in machine control mode. CCD2 is the name of the long-range Bluetooth handle, and the prism type used on the machine. Here is the level screen where the compensator can be deactivated. Firmware and license upload for the robot itself. Sensor info lists the sensor type, serial number, etc. Here is the robot field calibration wizard. To disconnect from the iCON robot, tap this blue area. It changes to white to indicate it's not an active profile, and the sensor icons disappear from the status bar. To connect to another sensor, tap the configured profile. Here's one I made earlier, the GPS profile. In the home screen, the status bar icons reflect the connection. Back to Devices, tap the iCON robot profile and connection switches back to the iCON robot, as reflected in the status bar. In the measure application, the status bar expands and becomes active. Icons reflecting the current status of the iCON robot are displayed. In the first main status bar menu are options relative to the robot. Measure mode, which depending on prism type is a selection between single and continuous measurement. Visibility can be changed. The laser pointer or guide light can be activated here. There is also a level and compensator screen. When this screen is open, the laser plummet on the total station turns on automatically. The battery level and memory status of the robot can be checked here. In the next menu are options related to the pole. Select prism type. That would normally be to switch between reflectorless and prism mode. Define prism height. Here is the move and search pilot. This is the control for the robot to automatically locate your prism, using automatic target recognition and power search. So here are the controls to initiate power search left, power search right, and normal power search, which searches briefly in one direction before searching in the other. Joystick mode allows you to arbitrarily alter the vertical or horizontal orientation of the robot in 3 speeds. Define the speed by the number of times that specific direction is tapped. The red cross stops the rotation of the robot. Toggle between power search mode and joystick mode here, and tap outside the control to close it. The turn to point feature is an easy way of orientating the iCON robot to a specific place. Tap the point in the screen, press Accept, and the robot turns to that point. This is particularly useful when locating points with the laser pointer enabled. Dictate how the robot reacts if it loses track of the prism whilst in tracking mode. Define how long the robot predicts the next position of the prism and control what happens after that 1 second. I'll select Power Search. In this menu there is a short workflow to define a specific sector that the robot should search for a prism in. Once this sector is defined, a search of this sector can be enabled in the Move and Search menu. This would be particularly useful on a construction site with numerous prisms. Defining a search window reduces the probability of locking onto the incorrect prism, and therefore reduces prism location times. This menu displays the battery and memory levels of the controller itself. Back to Map, and the Home key guides to the home screen. The status bar is minimized and inactive again, but the same icons are displayed. So this video has explained the functions contained within the status bar with reference to using a total station. These functions are consistent in all measuring applications within iConstruct Field software.